Jess, don't you just love being a coach and seeing people progress?
I do. Just seeing people working on their skills. It's just, it's super...
Getting better?
Did I hear you guys are coaches? Because I've been riding for about 6 months now, and I think I'm ready to learn how to jump. Can you guys help me with that?
Yeah, we're coaches.
Yeah, we coach. Maybe though, like, just hear me out. Something a bit more, even more fun. Today we could work on
Braking, you know, do it properly.
What? Braking doesn't sound fun.
You're supposed to say something.
All right, crew, we're back. Another ride series, How To, presented by Fezzari here in the mountain bike capital of the world, Bentonville, Arkansas. We're going to talk about something that, well, quite frankly, doesn't excite many people. We've made videos in the past on this topic, and they get very little views. Now, we could have just decided to make a jump video. Everybody loves jump videos. Could have done a manual video. People are going to watch those. Drops, people watch those. But we're not. We're going to do braking. And my hope is I come up with a little bit different tactic on this one. The reason we're going to focus on braking is because as we've been out here filming, we've watched a lot of people, well, just frankly do it wrong. And I am not great at getting the message across. So I'm going to leverage these two right here. So everybody knows Mason DeCarroll, and at this point, everybody knows Jess the Maker. They think they're gonna assist me in this. But what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna become the student. So I'm gonna pretend I don't even know how to use my brakes, and I'm gonna let you guys coach me through.
Oh.
So the question isn't, are you ready? The question is, are they ready?
I'm gonna try.
We're
gonna try.
We'll try. We might have to, you know, just tell me he's not very good.
All right. So obviously, as I rolled in, the technique was less than stellar. Now I'm gonna let these two break it down.
See what you did there?
Yeah. And talk about what needs to happen. Jess, go.
Great. So as we're coming in and we want to make a nice stop, we want to make sure we are applying both of these brakes evenly with one finger. Think dimmer switch, not light switch.
Yeah, so the next thing we want to think about is staying centered on the bike. You don't want to get your hips too far back, because when you get your hips back, you unweight the front tire and you can wash the front.
Great. Let's talk about the two brakes. What do we have? What are they? And I mean, since I know I'm using my rear brake 90% of the time.
We've got the right brake. I like to remember that because right hand, rear brake. Then we've got the left brake, which is your front brake. Right. Unless you're watching in the UK, y'all moto folks got to switch it around.
All right, so Mason, which one should I be using more?
In most scenarios, the front brake is going to be more effective.
Let me play devil's advocate here. Dude, I can't. I'm scared of the front brake. I flipped over because of the front brake. It wasn't my fault. It was the front brake's fault.
Chances are your weight was too far forward when you were also applying that front brake, sending you flying off the front of it.
And you didn't use our dimmer switched technique.
Okay.
And you light switched it. And it's just
Like,
Okay, definitely a light switch moment. Okay, so I'm getting this. We have dimmer switch, so I want to ease into the brakes, but I want to make sure my body weight is balanced? Centered. Okay, centered as I come in. So then center the whole time. I apply the brakes and I go like this, like a statue. I'm waiting for them to tell me if this is right or not.
Yeah.
Good, centered. I come in centered. But when I start applying brakes, what's happening with my body?
You want to come down. So you want to use your body weight. You're not doing a compression. Then it's a slow movement, dropping down and lowering. You can come back a little bit, but like we said, you want to stay centered. You do not want to go far back, because then you unweight the front tire. So it's kind of a down and slightly back motion.
I say at this point, I try it.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
try it.
And as you could tell from earlier, I'm a pretty good actor. So I'm going to pretend I don't really know how to apply the brakes pretty well. And we're going to see. We're going to see how I interpreted what you said. And then you guys are going to coach me through
Okay.
it.
There we go.
Let's do
I'm
it.
excited about this, Andy.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So the one thing that I noticed, which a lot of you had skidded quite a bit there, and that was mostly due to the fact that you were only using your rear brake.
Yeah. The thing I noticed was you came in low and you were back before you even hit the brake. So you were kind of anticipating before any of the brake effect happened.
What I'm gathering here is I started moving before I applied the brakes. That shouldn't happen because I'm moving to counter the force I feel. So if I'm moving before I'm applying brakes, something's wrong. I was too far back, as noted by the tattoo on my butt, tire tattoo on my butt. And yes, I was scared I just used the rear brake. And I've been told when the rear brake's locked up, it isn't working. Okay, I think I'm ready to try this again.
That was impressive.
That was
That was
impressive.
pretty impressive. I liked the fork flex all the way through, you know. It came in. One thing you did was lock the front brake. Shut the hips way back. You weren't centered. That's one
Okay.
thing.
That was
What
pretty
else?
much what I noticed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yep.
What about movement?
It
My
was very-
speed of movement.
So your movement was very quick. It was instant. It was shoot the hips back, lock up the front brake. Braking is a smooth movement, so you want to be smooth and in control. If you do it fast, you unweight the tires and you don't have any grip. So you want to be very smooth and precise about your body movement and your brake application.
Okay. All right. I think I got this now. Smooth. Balanced braking. Build my. I got this.
Centered.
Watch this. There you go, right there. Smooth, slow movement. Didn't go too far back.
You did stop a bit faster.
It's a lot faster.
So
You're centered.
you were centered.
That's right.
However, your feet were pointed down, which is going to naturally lunge your body weight forward. So if we
So no twinkle toes next
no
time.
twinkle toes. Using our feet, dropping our heels and bracing is going to help shift our weight where we need to, but also keep us from falling forward off the bike.
Okay.
Especially if you're on flat pedals. If you're on flat pedals, keeping the heels down is going to be very important because you need pressure against the pedals while you're stopping so they don't just slide off.
Okay. What else can you tell me about how I should move my body? What did I
you
do
did that
the
time?
last
Your
time?
torso went forward. You want to try and stay centered.
It's called a hinge.
Oh, he came in. He hinged a lot. He had a nice CrossFit hinge. You know, he's ready. He was getting ready to grab the bar to do like a whatever that's called.
Okay.
Whatever
So
that
what do I
is.
need to do? What do I need to do?
Yeah. So you want to think about more squatting than a full body, upper body and squat. You want to do more of a keep your upper body more upright so you're in control. Your
Okay.
weight's not coming forward, but you want to think about down and squat with the
Okay.
hips. And
Okay.
keep the heels down.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
I feel like it all came together.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Stop so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Why
a
was it good?
Slight bit of aggression off at top of braking. Like it was like, and then the dimmer. So maybe
Okay.
focus on that a little bit next time.
But what is that called then? That's doing
there was a
something.
little bit of a light switch at the beginning, but then the dimmer came on. You know.
And that's called modulating.
Modulating. You
So that's a
modulated the
good
brake.
thing.
Yes. You didn't lock
Okay,
it up.
so I didn't lock it up.
Yep.
I built brake pressure.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, maybe a little too much at first. That's
Yep.
fine, but I slowly built in.
Yep. Your motion was slow with the body.
Okay.
Smooth. You didn't go too far back. You stayed centered.
What grade do you give me on my brake? I want to know.
Say it was like a B plus or A,
A minus.
Yeah, somewhere in there, in that range. Yeah.
All right.
It's
take
good,
a
but
minus.
you know, it's work.
Okay, there you go. Another braking video. I think braking is very valuable, but a lot of people don't get fired up about braking. Hopefully we got through to some more people. So if you happen to get this far, hopefully you got something out of it. I can't stress enough how important it is to understand how to effectively use your brakes. Try to get better using your brakes. Across the board, I try to, well, I don't have to pretend I'm not great at everything, because I'm not, but I always try to get better at everything. And so I'm always trying to get better at how I apply my brakes. I honestly tried there at the end, and Mason was right. I built in a little too quickly. You can always grow at it. Now, we're gonna finish this with the thing that I think is most impactful for each of us. So for me, it's slow your body movement down. All the people that come through the ride series, it's quick. If you're going really, really fast and you need to aggressively apply the brakes, sure, I could see the body movement being pretty quick, but most people slow it down. And my advice is this: keep slowing it down more than you think till you get to where it's clearly too slow. Then speed it up a tiny bit. There you go. You're where you're at. Jess, what do you think? What's your thing you're most passionate about on braking?
I think the thing that I'm most passionate about is really just making sure that we're using the front brake as well, modulating both of those brakes in most situations, but not to be scared of that front brake, because that front brake is really going to be your power brake when you need to stop quickly.
And I want to add to that.
Yeah.
I think it's a proven scientific fact. The front brake has never hurt anybody on its own. I mean, wouldn't you agree? Front brake won't hurt you unless you let it.
Right.
Don't let it hurt you. Make friends with it. Mason, what do you got, buddy?
Yeah, so for me, it's foot movement. So we see a lot of people where they'll drop their toes and their feet will go forward, and they'll have issues with slipping off the pedal, or just it doesn't allow their body movement to be what it should. Like Rich said, slow movement. If you lift your heels up and drop your toes, you're not going to be able to stay in a good position. Your body's going to come forward, and it's just not going to be good. So if you can keep your heels either level or drop them, you can stay more centered and have a better squatted position.
That's a good one. Both of those are great. I think if you think about the heels, just think about it. Come in, think about drop my heels. A lot gets taken care of, because if you actually drop your heels, your hips will come down. They have no choice. Your heels are connected to your leg
body.
bone, which is connected to your hip bone, which brings everything down. So braking's important. I know you want to jump your bike, and jumping's important for having fun, but braking is important. So let us know if you have questions. Maybe comments. If the comment is in a positive vein, we'll take it, but I don't want any negative comments. And quite frankly, it's my channel, so I can say that. What do you think of that?
Nice. Say what
Okay,
you want.
we're gonna go get an affogato
Yeah.
at a brownie affogato
Sounds
at
really
Airship.
good.
So if you want to come out, you want to get coached by one of us, send a message to Mama Bear info@therideseriesmtb.com. Check out the clinic schedule, www.therideseriesmtb.com. Follow along behind the scenes at Mason DeCarroll, at Jess the Maker, at The Rich Drew, at Petty Manny Andy, Pedal Andy Pedal. That was a good.
Nailed it.
That was a good Freudian
nailed it,
slip.
man.
All right, we're gonna get out of there. Have a great day. Be positive. Jess, please, you take the honors.
Peace out, dumpers.
Doubles?